fucking cold. Come all the way fucking down here for some warm vacation. It's fucking cold. This is bullshit. I blame the Weather Channel. Or Canada. I blame Canada. It's all your guys' fault. It's like you got big fucking fans blowing your Arctic air down here. See, this would be like a paradise if it was 70 degrees out. Unfortunately, it's not 70 degrees. It's cold as fuck on Lake Pontchartrain. That is a big fucking bird. Holy Jesus. I'm backlit. You can't see my fucking face. Today I've just been scouting out places to go, things to do, things to see. Just driving around New Orleans, getting a lay of the land, seeing what's out here. Tomorrow is my birthday, so I'll be I'm gonna check out the French Quarter for my birthday, see if there's anything there worth a shit. Maybe, I don't know. Parking is expensive as fuck. It's like 40 or 50 bucks. But overall, I like being able to do shit like this where I'm kind of exploring a little bit. But I'm finding that I don't know, a lot of the city looks like just another version of shit you can get anywhere else in the city. You know, you got shitty fucking malls and Walmarts and all kinds of other shit. So there's that. I don't know, there's some nice parks and shit here. It's kind of cool. I forget the name of this park. I'm just going for a little stroll, hoping I don't get killed. I don't know, it seems like a lot of reviews for places are concerned with crime here. I have yet to be fucked with, though. And I've been in other places in this country where I've been fucked with. This just isn't one of them. This is looking under construction up here. They're fishing. They were fishing here. Oop! I almost just totally walked into somebody's fishing line. That was close. I better go on this side. Yeah, they just got their fishing lines in. Some little fishing at the park. And shit. So yeah, it's, wandering around. I don't know. I guess that's why I'm drawn to more nature and parks and stuff, is those are the only things that seem to vary from city to city. If you're just doing the city stuff, you're gonna get a lot of the same city stuff. Even in San Antonio, other than some of the historic sites within the city, it's all the same stores, the same restaurants, the same bullshit. And I don't know, after trucking all these years, I've seen all of the commercial shit. I mean, how many different fucking Walmarts and malls you gotta see before they all look the same? And because it's cold out, I went and walked around one of the malls here, and I'm just like, what am I doing in here? Why am I in here? There's no reason for me to be in this mall. So I had my cheat day. It's my birthday, so I decided to have a piece of cheesecake. It was too sweet, but it was a piece of cheesecake for my birthday. I like cheesecake. I just don't like super sweet cheesecake. And unfortunately, there was no keto cheesecake that I could find in the area. You know, so it is what it is. So I just thought I'd wander around a bit today. It's fucking cold though. I'm almost ready to just give up on New Orleans just because it's cold. I wanted to explore a little bit and possibly, you know, I don't know if that's, I feel like I gotta block the wind. I wanted to explore a bit and possibly, you know, take in some sights, but walking around in the cold, I came down here so I wouldn't have to walk around in the cold, and yet I'm walking around in fucking cold, which sucks. As a minimalist, you know, I'm not interested in shops. I'm not interested in malls. I like atmosphere, I like history, and I like things that don't cost a lot of money, obviously, as a minimalist who doesn't have but a shitty minor YouTube income at the moment. I definitely don't want to spend a lot of money. But I'm actually enjoying this little excursion here where I'm just at the park on Lake Pontchartrain here. I'm not sure exactly what the name of the park is, but it seems like it would be a lot nicer if it was fucking warm. It's not a good sunset location though. Sun's setting behind me right now. I'm about to turn around and start heading back because I'm getting chilly. Like my hands are getting cold and shit. I don't regret the trip though. I mean, it's still beautiful here. I'm also not noticing much in the way of like Hurricane Katrina damage, but then again, I've just now begun driving around New Orleans and exploring. So it remains to be seen what I'll find out here. But that's Lake Pontchartrain there. So you might be asking, okay, dickhead, with your cheat meal that you had for your birthday, what else did you have? I had chicken wings. I went to Hooters. There's no Hooters in New York, so I figured, let's try Hooters. And they had some damn good fucking smoked chicken wings that weren't fried. Like, they didn't have that vegetable oil quality to them. They were just straight up, I don't know, smoked and grilled. Which was surprising. You know, I could be keto at Hooters. If I wouldn't have had the cheesecake, it would have been a perfectly normal fucking keto meal. So, you know, it is what it is. I think he's got a fish. I wonder what kind of fish he's gonna get.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh. So my game plan for the evening, I'm going to press on with the scouting mission. There's a parking area I want to scout out for tomorrow that'll entail me hiking if the weather's not fucking too cold. I mean, I could gear up in cold weather shit and hike, but not really looking to be about that life. You know, Uber's a way to get around too, but I don't know if I want to do that. I might just drive through and see what I can see, and then work on some outdoorsy shit to do. It's fucking so cold though. I realize it's not up north cold, but for here, I didn't imagine it being this cold. You know, I thought 50 would be a cold day. It's 40 now, which is just uncomfortable enough to not enjoy being outside, which sucks. Anyways, I'm gonna head downtown, drive through there and see what I can see. But I'll probably explore it for my birthday and shit. I just wish that the cold weather wouldn't followed me down here. As for the car camping, it's been going smooth. I got my shower in today. I went to the truck stop. The truck stop's actually pretty nice. I might even camp there tonight. I don't know. There's a lot of places to park and stealth camp here in New Orleans, so if that's not an issue, I mean, obviously you're not going to car camp in the thick of the city, just because of the parking problems and whatnot. And, you know, I don't know if there's a crime problem. I don't know a lot about the different parts of New Orleans where the go, no-go places are. Every city has go, no-go places, even Syracuse does, to where you probably wouldn't feel comfortable sleeping in your car overnight. Yeah, things are going smooth down here. I'm probably going to stay here tomorrow and maybe one more day depending on the weather. If the weather doesn't warm up a little, I'm just going to call it after tomorrow and start heading north again. If I'm going to be cold, I might as well start working my way north again and see what I can explore along the way. But so just goes to show it's not all fucking roses with this minimalist travel, you know, south for the winter shit. I mean, I could always have gone to Florida or the Southwest or something like that during the winter to stay warm. But I don't know, maybe another trip in the future I'll think about doing something like that. But I was really hoping that New Orleans would be, I don't know, I thought I would enjoy New Orleans more than I actually am at this point, which is probably my fault. I did do a little research, but most of the research I do is centered around, like I said in that other video, about restaurants and drinking, which is, you know, I think there's more to New Orleans than that. But we'll see. We'll see what I can figure out. I'm going to watch some more travel videos tonight when I'm nestled into my parking spot for the night, and I'll figure out where to go from here. Other than that, I've been editing in Starbucks. Today in Starbucks, they didn't even charge me for refills. I had like 3 fucking coffees for free at Starbucks while I was editing 2 videos and getting them pumped out. So, you know, car camping's pretty simple when you get down to the basics of it. As for staying warm at night, my Prius ran all night for over 12 hours. I even live streamed for 2 hours on DLive. So if you're not following me on DLive, you're missing out on some stuff. And yeah, I only burned $2.33 of gas overnight, which is pretty good. That's worth it for being comfortable in the cold. And it got down to 30 something last night, 36 I think it was, at least according to my thermometer and my dashboard. So, you know, some tips for car camping that I can think of. Walmarts tend to be friendly, but you want to pull in and observe for a little while before you even go to your final parking spot. Look around to see where the traffic's coming and going out, and keep in mind that they'll be driving by you all night if you park near that. But at the same time, you don't want to like stick out like a sore thumb, so you don't want to park like way out in the back thinking that everybody will leave you alone. You just kind of want to park somewhere in the middle, because late at night most people will be parked up near the building. It is until the morning that people will start filling in around you. But you want to be close enough where you're not standing out, but you want to be far enough to where you're not being kept awake by all the people shopping. I did get woke up last night because a couple of fishermen apparently pulled in with their pickup trucks, and were transferring things over from one pickup truck to another so that they could go fishing, and they were going to leave their other truck parked at Walmart. So, you know, that's what I had to go through a little bit last night. It was a 24-hour Walmart. That's also something to look for if you're parking at a Walmart, is the hours, especially if you need the bathroom. I can go a while if a Walmart closes, but yeah. You also want to look around. Are there a lot of people camping there already? Are there signs that say it's a towaway or no parking? You generally want to avoid the ones that are pretty fuck off-ish with their parking signage. The two Walmarts I've seen today both had there was no sign saying that you couldn't park overnight. And generally, even if they do have signs, they probably don't give a shit, but if there's no signs, you're less likely to have to get the knock on the window. Truck stops, obviously, not Love's though. Love's is the least friendly truck stop for parking overnight in a car. They got signs all over the place. I've never been kicked out, but I've seen other YouTubers that stealth camp at Love's, and they get kicked out for it. Pilot, I don't think there's a problem. Petro, I know there's no problem. Flying J's generally don't fuck with you either, depending on where they are and how much of an issue they have with loitering and crime. Because some truck stops do that to avoid like lot lizards and that kind of shit going on. So truck stops are an option. When you really want to take a chance, you can do hotel parking lots, but those I tend to save as like a backup plan, because a lot of hotels do note license plates of the vehicles that are supposed to be parked there. And if they figure out that you're sleeping in your car there, they're liable to try and have you towed or give you the knock on the window, tell you to leave. So I would use that as a last resort. And the final last resort is residential parking. Don't park in front of people's houses. They're going to look out their window and be like, who's that strange motherfucker in the vehicle? And they could probably even call the cops on you. If you're going to park in a residential area, maybe an apartment complex you could get away with, or, you know, but don't park in front of somebody's house and sleep. It's just, they'll fuck with you. You know, that's absolutely, I would drive 20 minutes to a half hour to another like Walmart or truck stop before I considered parking in a residential in front of somebody's house. Don't park at parks that close. You know, there's ways around things, but, you know, I've heard of people paying the 24-hour fee to park downtown and then sleeping in their car while they're down there. That's a thing too. I don't know that I would feel confident doing that. You know, I wouldn't be able to run the car if I did that, because that would draw attention to the fact that I'm in it. But I haven't considered doing that yet. But we'll see as I get a little more adventurous. But generally, another tip is don't fuck around where you're going to sleep. As in, say you want to watch TV or watch shit on your phone or play on your laptop or some shit like that. You don't want to do that on, you know, where you're planning to stop and sleep for the night. Do that somewhere else. Then when you're done fucking around there, then you go. When it's time to sleep, you park where you're going to sleep. You can get away a little bit with Walmarts if you're just fucking with your phone while you're sitting in the car. But if you're doing laptop shit or anything that says, hey, I'm in my car and I'm doing all kinds of living in my car shit, you probably want to do that somewhere else. That way you're not announcing to the world that you're spending the night there. And you're also not announcing to the world that you have a lot of valuable shit with which they could kill you and take it overnight. So you definitely don't want to just sit around and camp out, you know, and make it obvious in the places where you're going to sleep. Go do your shit. The object of car camping isn't to stay in your car. That's why I go to Starbucks. That's why I go to malls and walk around, even though I hate the mall. It's a nice warm place where you can get out and walk around and hang out, and comfortable chairs to hang out and stare at your phone in. You know, there's parks are a thing, but they generally close at sunset. If they don't close at sunset, they're probably not the best place to hang out after dark. You know, this park I could probably park at, for example, but I would not feel comfortable parking here overnight, you know, because I don't know the crime rate around here. I don't know things well enough to think that I'm going to be safe, even though it's a beautiful spot to park, you know, along the lake. Everyone has that vision of being the minimalist car camper and fucking pulling over by the fucking water and just opening your fucking tail. No, you're not doing that here. No. Trust me. There's some sketchy motherfuckers running around. Any major city you go to, there's sketchy motherfuckers. You want to just not be stupid about it. That's my thoughts there. That being said, I am like a creepy, old, fucking crusty looking motherfucker myself. So people tend not to approach me or fuck with me because they think I'm the fucking weirdo that's supposed to, you know, be sketchy or whatnot. So I totally don't have as much of a problem as, say, you know, some other solo travelers may have. It's, you know, it's your own judgment. If you're gonna stealth camp, you gotta realize there is a risk involved, you know, and be aware of your surroundings. And always remember to stop and observe before you transform and go to sleep. You know, I've seen people car camp, pull right up, get their bed right out, and climb in the back and go to sleep. And I'm just like, well, that's all well and good, but you should really scope out your surroundings if you're going to do this safely and securely. So that's not to say shit can't still happen, but at least you're taking precautions. And if you don't feel right about a place where you're parking, like you're sitting there looking around and you see some sketchy activity, some people just kind of hanging out, you know, that probably aren't car camping, that they're just kind of hanging out, and you see a lot of that going on, you probably don't want to spend the night there. So those are my thoughts on stealth camping at night in New Orleans. But that being said, I will say New Orleans has plenty of places to stealth camp away from the downtown area. Go to the outskirts of the cities that you want to visit if you're doing this. Don't fucking park in some residential neighborhood close to downtown and expect that you're safe doing that. I don't think that's a smart decision to do, you know. Park on the outskirts. You can drive around your mobile, hang out downtown during the day or in the evening, or go to whatever place you want to go, and then when you're done and it's time to sleep, go to the outskirts of the city to a 24-hour Walmart, a truck stop, even a rest area on an interstate. These are all options that are fairly consistently safe. You won't get the knock on the window. You won't get fucked with generally. That's my advice if you're going to do this. If you like my fucking video and you want me to make more shit, head to ScottTheTruckDriver.com and leave a tip in the virtual tip jar. And for every $20 received, I will make a video, up to 4 videos per week. So enjoy. This week you're getting a lot more videos than that anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. Just because I'm filming my travels and vlogging and doing all of this stuff and sharing it with you guys. If you want to catch up with my live streams, head to DLive and follow me on DLive, and I will stream whenever I can and share some of my adventures. I didn't stream today. I streamed yesterday for 2 hours. That's good enough. You can watch the replays if you missed out on some of those streams. Those replays are generally on the replay tab in DLive. I think they're there for 7 days still, but it might be disappearing in 3 days. So get there, and if you're starving for content from me, which you shouldn't be because I've been putting out a lot of videos, you should be able to find that there and shit. So so far, New Orleans is fairly successful. I'm going to go start driving around a little bit more and see what I can see. Have a nice motherfucking day. And shit.